Today we're going to go over the new account workflow here within your Impact Engine account. What you're going to notice is we've made some improvements to streamline the process of selecting ads, getting them into your campaigns, editing them, and then getting the ad code live in the first place. So the primary difference here is we've actually removed the need to use the My Library functionality. Let me show you what we mean here. So we're here in the Standard Ads tab. If we go ahead and click on Custom Gallery Search, you'll notice that underneath each campaign, where it used to say Add to My Library and Edit, now it simply says Add to Campaign and Edit. So instead of taking this ad, putting it into your library, and then editing it, and then putting it into campaigns, what we're going to do is now take all of our ad templates and simply add them directly into the campaigns. So to do that, we've built a little campaign wizard here, which simply asks you to either create a new campaign or select any of your existing campaigns if you want to add it to an existing one. In this case, we're going to go ahead and create a new campaign. Obviously, you can name it anything you want. We'll click Next. And then the next step is simply to create a new ad placement underneath this campaign. So in this instance, we'll just call it New Ad Placement. Now again, if you want to select an existing campaign, you can do that. And if you do that, that'll give you your options for selecting an existing ad placement as well, or creating a new ad placement underneath that existing campaign. So you have all your options here. So once I put in the new ad placement name, I click Next and then click the Save button. So what this has done now is give me a new campaign here within my Campaigns tab that you can see above. And what's nice is it'll automatically open up to this new ad placement that we just made and show you your ad that's in here. And this was just a sample designer flex ad, I believe, that I selected here for this demo. So you can preview and have all the same functionality, but what you'll notice here is when we add this new campaign, the status is in progress. This is not a live ad. The campaign section now has two states to it, in progress and live ads. You'll notice here above, you'll see the difference. Here is a live ad, and it's denoted by a blue button, and you have all of your old features and options here to auto-optimize, delete video stats, graphs, etc. But if I close this one and show you an in progress, you'll notice there's lots less to deal with. Really, all you're dealing with is editing your ad, and we've just changed the buttons here to actually be buttons for editing and getting ad code. So this works just like before. The first thing you're going to do is go ahead and click on Edit. Takes you right into your ad editor, and you're going to go ahead and edit away like you normally would have done in the library area. So once you're done editing, you save your changes, go back to your Campaigns tab, and basically the update here is you're always working within the Campaigns area. So let's say you're ready now, this ad's edited and ready to go live. We now click on the Get Ad Code button. This will just give you a little pop-up saying, note, this is going to change your status to live. This is when you're ready to actually push it live. Make sure you've done all your editing. Make sure you have all of your click-through URLs set, and select OK. And this takes you now to our new, just updated process for getting ad code. We just streamlined this whole deal. So now all you're going to do for a standard ad is select your ad server. So let's say we're using Yahoo APT. We select that. By default, we recommend always using the iframe. It's just an easier, simpler version of the code. And voila, just like before, you can grab your iframe code, copy and paste it into your ad server. You'll also note now that anytime you use an iframe, you can also upload a backup GIF or PNG or JPEG to use for people viewing on an iPad or iPhone, which is not Flash compatible. So instead of showing the blue Lego, as long as you're using an iframe for any of these ad servers, you can upload a backup image and that'll show up in lieu of the Flash ad without showing you that Lego. So we're going to show you how to do the same thing with Premiere ads now. We'll go ahead into our expanding ads and select the pencil expander. And just like before, instead of adding it to My Library, we're going to add it right to the campaigns and edit. So if I click Add to Campaign, we can go ahead and select, we'll just go ahead and select that same campaign we just created instead of building a new one. And we can select, add it to an existing ad placement or create a new one. So we'll call this pencil just for demo purposes here. So now we're using an existing campaign but creating a new ad placement underneath there. Click Save. And again, this is going to take me, it'll auto expand now, so that same new placement, we had our first ad placement that's live, a second ad placement under the same campaign that's currently in progress. Again, we go in, make the edits to our pencil expander, and now because this is a Premier ad, when I click Get Ad Code, it's going to be the same page with just a little more information on here. What's great is for all of the Premier ads now, for anyone on the ad op side of the house, we have a little video that's going to explain to you for each individual Premier ad how exactly to set this up on your page. So if you've never done these before, this is a great place to start. You just click the play button. It's going to play a little YouTube video. Make sure you turn your volume up on your machine to hear these. But it's basically going to take you through how to set these positions up on your page perfectly. The other thing we've done is for all the Premier ads, we've given you a default settings for where you should run the ad and where you should justify it. This is you're not going to need to touch this in 99% of the cases. If you watch the video, it'll tell you about this, and you can edit it if you want to, but you really shouldn't ever need to because we've made these specific for how they're deployed on each site. So you can typically leave this alone. So just like before now, you come to the bottom, and once you've watched your video and ready to get the correct ad code, you just select your ad server. We'll say OpenX in this case, submit query, and all of these tags are ready to go. It basically is the click tag tracking appropriate for your server, and you can go ahead and upload a backup image if you want to. A couple notes here for Premier ads. You'll notice Premier ads offer you the option to either use a polite load, which in essence means that the ad is going to load after all of your page content has loaded. If you would rather not wait for all of your page content to load and have that ad basically load alongside all of your other content, simply uncheck this box. That'll give you a little description of exactly what I just said, what it means to be a polite load versus non-polite or running in line with your content. Click OK, submit query again, and now take this code and deploy it. And what will happen now without the polite load is the ad will just start loading alongside the rest of your page content. So that's a new feature in here available for all Premier ads. The other thing to note is if you're using a backup image for your Premier ads, if it's an expanding ad, you obviously don't want to just throw an image in there. If it was going to be a pencil expander, for instance, you're not going to want to throw a giant image that's in there likely all the time for iPad users. We recommend just doing something simple like uploading a 1x1 pixel transparent PNG or GIF. That way it won't affect the layout of your page. That pencil expander will in essence just close down and be a little transparent GIF, and it'll make a nice viewing experience for your audience on that particular display ad format. So that's it. That's what's new inside your account. As always, if you have questions here, you can call us at 866-467-2289. If you have questions specifically about ad deployment, you can call Alex Zubko at 858-412-8512 or email him directly here. Thanks, everyone, and we hope you enjoy the new layout.